Jim, what you doing?
Nothing.
You look like you're just hanging.
Just hanging out.
All right. I'm coming. Here you go.
All right. Still filming?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Need lying down. We're not going anywhere. This is very solid.
Welcome aboard. After years cruising the North Pacific, we are embarking on a journey south to warmer waters. This is our story day by day as we explore Mexico's beautiful Baja coast. Come along and experience daily cruising life as we do. Good morning, everyone. It's about 6:20. We're getting ready to fire up the engines and get going today. But look at that sunrise, and over here across this anchorage, we had one more boat join us last night, and we still have the moon up over here. So it's just quite a beautiful view this morning around here. And looking back on the other side of Sea Venture. But look at this colorful sky this morning. Holy smokes. Just gorgeous.
Well, good morning. Engines are running. It's time to get going. It's about 6:30 right now. So should have a fun cruise today. 2 milestones in today's cruise. One is about where we're at, and the other one is about Sea Venture. First, the where we're at. We're going to go out and around and enter a channel, and that is historically what is considered the end of the influence of the Pacific Ocean and the ocean swells and those weather systems that come into the Gulf of Alaska, and we enter technically the Sea of Cortez. So it'll be cool to have that Pacific impact after over 4,000 miles from Valdez, Alaska, in the rearview mirror. The other milestone for Sea Venture is that yesterday our generator surpassed 5,000 hours. I think we're at 5,003 now, and she's just purring away and being a great tool for us. So with that, I think it's time to get the anchor up. I think once we're cruising, we'll show you the course plan, where we're anchoring, why we're going there, and all those good things. So, but for now, let's have another sip of coffee and get the anchor up and get going.
Kittens are checking things out. Are you guys ready to go? Everybody ready to go? The sun is just starting to peek up. Even through the screen, it looks pretty. We're saying goodbye to Los Muertos. Off to the right that way, and working our way to the Cerralvo Channel. This is Isla Cerralvo. And here's the narrow part of the channel that we're going to be going through, which isn't so narrow, but the narrow part of the channel, and then it just continues to open up as we go forward. I'll show you on the chart in a minute. And the sun is up. The pair of fins on the water, it's got to be a ray. This one didn't dive. Nice. Something new. We've never seen something like that before. Blake's just hanging out back here. He's collecting toys. And he's just sitting with them.
What a beautiful morning as we cruise. Get to pinch ourselves again that we're doing this. I thought I'd show you on the computer as we head off here. Here's Sea Venture. Here's a 600-foot ship. And if you can see our predictor lines the AIS system, and it plots here our closest point of approach. So that ship is going to pass in front of us. We don't need to change course or anything. But if you look out the window, that ship is way off in the distance, and he's actually going to pass in front of us before we get through the cut of this island. In about 17 minutes, it will be our closest point of approach, and by then he'll already be in front of us. Moving along at 7.3 knots, 7.4, very nice this morning. If we look at the chart on a scale that shows our entire course, we're down here. Right here's where we were anchored, and we're going to come up through this cut here, this channel, and then up to the most northern anchorage in Espiritu Santos, which is called El Mestino. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It may be El Mestino. It's M-E-Z-T-E-N-O. If I zoom in, and remember time zero uses vector charts, here's a challenge with vector charts in the Sea of Cortez. This is claims as uncharted. This is as good a detail as you get for the bay, which is totally unworkable, frankly. But that's it for vector charts. It's as good as it gets. Thankfully, Navionics gives us this, and this is the actual anchorage we're going into here. So, yeah, we kind of need that. Arrival time is going to be about 2 p.m. It's 7:30 a.m. there, and we're going there specifically right now because Jeff and Joy are there, and Jeff and Joy are a couple we met on their big Celine trawler in Ensenada, and they've since been to Mazatlan and then flew home for Christmas, and they're back over here, and we've stayed in touch, and they've are anchored there, and so we're going to go connect up with them and spend a little bit of time up there before turning around and heading back down to La Paz, which is down right here. But all this is like a 2-hour cruise.
Here's the town of Los Cerralvo on the edge of this channel, or on the side of this channel. There's that freighter that passed by. And then here's Cerralvo Island, or Isla Cerralvo. And now we're just working our way through this little channel.
We continue our great cruise north into the Sea of Cortez. We have over to the port side the mainland, and to the starboard side Espiritu Santos, and the channel in between, which is, I suppose, a little narrower than it looks on the chart. Well, I mean out the window. On the chart, the mainland, Espiritu Santos, and let me see if I can get, you can see better. Here is Scout Shoal on this side, Swanee Rocks on this side, so we go in between. And this is the Canal de San Lorenzo, the Lorenzo Canal. Takes a little bit to get used to the idea that here this is a canal. It just looks like a huge opening to us being used to Alaska in very narrow spaces, but that's okay. I can see a bunch of boats off in the distance. Not quite sure exactly what they're doing. They don't look like they're moving around much. Maybe fishing, but we'll find out in a little bit. Otherwise, I'm a lucky guy. Rosie's making chocolate chip cookies in the galley, and we're just having just a phenomenal cruise today. As we cruise along, just having a wonderful time. Barkley is in the helm chair, and I'm up in the pilot house, you know, being very busy being master of the ship.
Right.
Mostly we're staying out of the way of the chocolate chip cooking.
Making.
Making.
And Blake is
by
helping.
Rosie. But Blake No, Blake is helping every step of the way, apparently, of the chocolate chip cookie making process.
That's why I put the mixer over there. Right, buddy? No, this is my pan. This is your piece of pan.
All right. Rosie can manage her helper.
We're working our way through the channel Jim talked about, but this here on the side of the channel must be quite the fishing hot spot. Check out all the boats here.
Right down the middle of the channel. Some radar targets around in the buoys, but no big deal. 47 feet of water into the hull. Well, off our port side here is a big yacht passing that I've been watching on the AIS. It's a 68 Nordhaven named Great Adventure, and what fun. I failed to think of when I should turn on the camera, but they just called on the radio and wanted to say how much they appreciated the new format of our videos. So I think that's way cool that, anyone is actually watching, or that there's actual boaters down here watching, and that, so many people down here know so much, and we have so much to learn from. So if there's anything we share of value, I think that's pretty cool, but mostly we just here learning. But it was really cool. So hopefully later on over the next few months, we'll be able to catch up and share an anchorage with 68 Nordhaven Great Adventure. Well, Rosie's reading up on our anchorage. And what am I doing? Enjoying chocolate chip cookies.
Welcome to Espiritu Santos. The colors are pretty stunning. We are passing by this bay and saw a sailboat there, and on AIS we noticed it was our friends on Merryweather, so we reached out and said hello to them. They just got here after spending a week in La Paz, and we are cruising along the islands here, and inside there's a couple of little islands. I think it's the rooster and the hen, but anyway, there's one, and here's the other one we just passed behind. Working our way to our anchorage. Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at the water over there. As the colors show up, we're gonna get closer. We don't have to look so far. Here you go. Here you can see us on this point of land. Lovely, really not. That's the land over there. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. We needed to come in between this island and the Espiritu Santos island. This just doesn't show it properly. This one shows it a little bit better, but oh, there it goes, just picked up a reading. So there you go. So kind of nice to have a secondary source when we know this chart is not very well updated at all.
You need navionics here.
You really do. This is navionics.
You have to have navionics.
Gives us
on
a
something.
Much better picture of where we're at.
I would point out at about 2% of the cost to what's on that large monitor.
Yeah, no kidding. Doesn't this bay look pretty? There's so much to explore here. Jim, what you doing?
Nothing.
You look like you're just hanging.
Just hanging out.
All right. I'm coming. Here you go.
All right. Still filming?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Need line down. We're not going anywhere. This is very solid.
Oh. I wasn't filming before. There's the boats at anchor in this bay, and I forgot the name of it already. But here at the Mazzino, or so we're just checking out the bay. Look at the cool rock formations here. Oh no.
A pelican.
It's a pelican. Had a heron look to it. Hello, buddy.
Looking at us.
He is. He's like, what are we going to stir up? Dinner, he hopes.
In the desert.
It's got a Grand Canyon kind of feel to it, these hillsides. All right, we got the tender part way up, but we forgot our rope that is in the other tender that has the anchor that we otherwise would have stuck way out here. But, oh well, this was a reconnaissance mission anyway, and we just kind of wanted to check out the beachhead. So here you go. You can see this will all fill in with water here before too much longer, I'm sure.
Very, very flat beach.
And somewhere out there is a trailhead I'm hoping to find. We'll see if we get lucky. If Rosie gets lucky or if Jim gets lucky, depending on whether we find it or not. There's supposed to be a trail up this way, but I'm really either pretty not very good at finding trails or what. It's been kind of just a scramble up to this point. And yeah, but a lovely view of the bay. And I know going up is much easier than heading down. Now I got to get down this messy stuff. And unlike hiking in the past, you can't hang on to the branches. They're very prickly. But that is a really cool looking tree. All right, I think I found it. We'll see if the idea can be sold. There is a little cairn, and if we go this way, there's another little one. Sure beats the rock scramble I did earlier. There's another one there. Where's the next one? It's kind of hard to tell. Well, maybe not. I mean, there's something here. Maybe over here? Yeah, there's the path. There it is. There's another cairn. And on it goes. Okay, this could be tough, but we could do it.
See my waffles?
Jim's having breakfast and talking to his grandson Benjamin. The kayakers we met yesterday are on their way out. And here's the bay.
Good, good. A little slow this morning because in our new anchorage we have some people we met in Ensenada here. Jeff and Joy on their. We're at the beach. Sea Venture's anchored way out there. There's our tender. We've taken the anchor buddy from the big tender. So our little tender's kind of anchored out, so it won't be quite as high as dry maybe. Tide's going out, so we really didn't want to pull it up on the beach and then have to drag it way back later. And we're going to try to go see if we can find a little trailhead here. There's supposed to be a trail that goes up here, and we'll see if we can find it and how far we can go, and before we get tired or lazy or whatever you call it, and turn around. Go explore up this canyon a little bit.
Here's our trail marker. Here's the trail going up. Didn't really think it would be a boulder scramble, which apparently has turned into. And what do you think, Jim?
I think it'll be phenomenal from the drone.
Yeah, we may have to give that a go from the beach, yeah. Here's the beach view. We didn't get that high up, but it's just kind of not what I was hoping for.
It's definitely taken some effort just to get here.
It really has. And it's kind of just a scramble up this outwash, at least so far. And it doesn't show signs of letting up much. So I think we're going to call it here and go back to the beach. We want to up anchor and head over to another anchorage later this afternoon. So
we'll fly the drone.
Yeah.
And then this is as good a time as any if you film me. So last night we were with Jeff and Joy on their big Celine. Great couple. Had a wonderful evening. They've got really good alcohol on board. Stayed way too late, drank way too much, which made for a really slow start this morning. And so we're going to go anchor by them and some other people we know. It's great. It's great to come across boaters and meet people. We just met the people on one of the sailboats that are here from Washington. They did Puget Sound here to the Sea of Cortez. They're leaving the 1st of April or so for Hawaii, then back to Washington. That's their shakedown cruise before they head off for the South Pacific. So Washington, Mexico, Hawaii, Canada.
Washington.
Then back to Washington and a little more work in Port Townsend, and then off around the world. So I think that's really great perspective is what a shakedown cruise is. I love it.
Part of our scramble. These are seriously big boulders.
That we get to climb over?
Yeah.
I think so.
Both ways. Ah, well, we're getting there.
Rosie's doing the ship log. Engines are running. We're ready to up anchor after just one night here at this beautiful bay and head to the next bay But I can show you on the iPad, because if we look over here at the official raster charts, they're worthless. Rosie, point to our new destination on the chart.
Right here.
That's where we're going, and where are we at?
Right here.
Right there. So we look on this chart, we're going from here to here. I think it's about a 7-minute cruise, maybe 5 minutes, I don't know.
We might stretch it all the way out to 15.
Yeah, if we go slow. All right, we're on our way on our 5-minute cruise, leaving our anchorage and going around that point right there to the new anchorage. This is part of what we really wanted down here, was all these anchorages just minutes apart from each other. I think the afternoon breeze is kind of a standard here that lays down then. And we are anchored up in 19 feet of water. The boat in front of us is our friends Jeff and Joy that we spent last night with, who we got to know as a result of our YouTube channel. And then behind us is Crackerjack, a trawler that we met them in Ensenada, David and Nancy, who also got to know us as a result of our YouTube channel. So,
Yeah, YouTube.
yeah, YouTube. This is actually the greatest benefit we get, is meeting up other people. So here we are, 3 of us together this evening.